Hey guys, today I want to present some information about licorice root tea. Licorice root tea has been used for thousands of years as a health remedy for respiratory issues as well as digestive issues. It also has very powerful antiviral properties. So those are the two things I want to talk about today: antiviral properties and the benefits that it has on the respiratory system. I've used licorice root tea in the past for my asthma issues, especially when fires came around in Alberta. Lots of smoke in the air, lots of debris in the air. Licorice root tea definitely helped me when I discovered that it has benefits on the lungs. So I started using it and found relief in using licorice root tea. It helps relax the bronchioles and the lungs so that when the immune system in the lungs detect that there's debris and smoke in the air, it causes the constriction of the lungs. Licorice root tea helps prevent that and relaxes the lungs so that the bronchioles can open up. It also has protective measures on the lungs. So when that debris does get in the lungs, it's trapped in the mucus secretion that licorice root tea promotes, and then you're able to expel that mucus with the debris. So I found that really cool that it has that property and that protective measure on the lungs. Also has very good antiviral properties which target the lungs. So I found that really cool. I wanted to share this information with you guys. Licorice root tea has antiviral and lung protection. So strong antimicrobial effects, strong antiviral effects, helps increase immune cells to the lungs. Also demulcent, soothes inflammation on the mucosal layer in the lungs. And a relaxing expectorant, so helps promote mucus secretion and then expel the mucus from the lungs. So this kind of helps trap toxins, whatever comes into the lungs, helps trap it through mucus secretion and then expel the mucus. So this is really good for dry cough. Antispasmodic effect on respiratory tract, so it helps relax the bronchioles and opens them up, opens up the airways. Also adrenal restorative, so it has properties that are precursors to adrenal gland hormones, which is why it's kind of an issue for people with high blood pressure. So it shouldn't be used with people with high blood pressure, as well as people with electrolyte balance issues. Should not be used with people with that as well. Alright, quick disclaimer here: contraindications with people with high blood pressure, as it does affect the adrenal glands and adrenaline production, so it's going to increase blood pressure and heart rate. So it's contraindicated with people with cardiovascular disease, electrolyte balancing issues, so more importantly potassium, so it causes potassium leakage as it is a diuretic, so it has very powerful effects on electrolyte balancing issues. Pregnancy, excessive use, so excessive use is going to cause electrolyte balancing issues, so that's something you might have to take a look at for sure. People with hyperactive immune cells, so people with mast cell activation syndrome or overactive mast cells or overactive immune system, definitely requires more discretion from a professional. So disclaimer: the information appearing in this video are for educational purposes only and not intended to provide or replace medical advice to individuals from a qualified healthcare professional. So now that that's out of the way, here comes the information. So moving on to the study, here's a study here for asthma. Licorice root has been widely used to treat bronchial asthma for many years. So it's recognized as a treatment for asthma, so that's pretty cool. Asthma, the most common chronic disease in childhood, is characterized by persisting airway inflammation. So there you are, inflammation, which leads to remodeling of the airways. So it's recognized as a treatment for asthma because it calms down inflammation. Conclusions: this results of the study suggests that the group receiving glycyrrhizin had improvement of all established chronic histopathologic changes of lung in the mouse model of asthma. Further studies are needed to evaluate the efficacy of glycyrrhizin in the management of asthma. So this is pretty cool. I found this interesting. This is one of the roles I use licorice root for. Definitely when I have asthma issues or breathing issues, I love to use licorice root tea. It helps. It works really well. So here we are. Here's the study for antiviral properties associated with glycyrrhizin acid. So numerous viruses cause latent infections in humans, and reactivation often results in pain and suffering. New study reported in this issue shows that treatment of cells latently infected with the associated herpes virus with glycyrrhizic acid, a component of licorice, reduces synthesis of a viral latency protein and induces apoptosis, so cell destruction of infected cells. This finding suggests a novel way of interrupt latency. So what this is kind of getting at is like incubation period for viruses. It's good to use that in that stage where the virus isn't entirely active yet. Licorice derived from root of Glycyrrhiza glabra has been used for more than 4 millennia as a flavoring agent in foods, beverages, and tobacco. Licorice is also used as an alternative medicine for the treatment of gastric and duodenal ulcers, sore throat, bronchitis, cough, arthritis, adrenal insufficiency, and allergic diseases. That's quite a lot of different roles that licorice root can fit here, so it's good. Licorice root contains numerous compounds, including glycyrrhizic acid. It is estimated that in the United States, 3.3 milligrams of GA is consumed per person daily. So here's what it does. GA inhibits the replication of several viruses in vitro, including herpes virus, HIV, and the SARS coronavirus. SARS coronavirus, where have I seen that before? When taken orally, GA is hydrolyzed to glycyrrhizic acid by bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract before GA can be absorbed. Therefore, in Asia, where GA is used for the treatment of chronic hepatitis B or C infection, the drug is infused intravenously to achieve the appropriate serum levels. Pretty interesting stuff. So, really strong antiviral properties if it's being used to treat different viral infections like herpes B and C, HIV, and SARS coronavirus. So I found that pretty interesting. I wanted to share that with everyone. Here's the 2 studies if you guys want to take a look. If you want to look up studies really easily, by the way, you just type in the code PMC 3957157. Just type in the number code. Should be the first thing to pop up in Google. If you ever have trouble looking up studies, you don't have to type in the whole thing. You just need to type in the code and it should pop up. So if you guys like the information, share the video, please. Be sure to take a look at the store, equilibriasupplements.ca. I'll put a post in the description. But yeah, I just wanted to share this information. Really timeless information. Really inexpensive remedy. Really good for prevention of colds and viral infections that are respiratory related. So, thanks for listening. Take care.